Alright, so I figured I'd just do a video on this. Don't know if I'll have this gun apart again, if this works out, so. Okay, let's get to it. Hatson Dominator 22 carbine. Low pressure issue with this gun. So, says 16. My gun was barely doing 12 or 13 FPE. So, new breech seal, new piston seal. I did have this taped up with the, this is heavy duty gas line, Teflon. I had a hell of a time getting this back off, and there is a debate, and there is room here for an O-ring. So, anyways, the best I could do was about 14 foot-pound of energy with the new seal, piston seal, and the new breech seal. So, if it is leaking air, and I don't believe it was, I have pictures of me taking this apart and with the threads on there, with the tape on the threads. I don't believe this was leaking through here at all. But I'm going to do this again, and this time instead of using the tape, I'm using this. I use this at work, hydraulic and air. Literally, you need torches to get this apart once this sets in. So the threads themselves will be sealed, and that O-ring will seal the top. All right, so here's one thing. Yes, there is a groove, and I wish I left the O-ring off, but you can see this. I'm trying to show you anyways. This O-ring extends up over. Come on. Hopefully you can see it. It extends up over the threads. Okay, that wouldn't be an issue if the end of the tube wasn't threaded all the way to the end and it left a gap, a little bit more of a gap for that O-ring. So, and this has been on many forums, and I read it and had to check for myself. So those threads come up all the way up and over. Now if there was a little groove or opening there, that would be awesome. But as you see, those threads will come up. It is at the very end, but it will cut into that O-ring. And I've already had that happen a little bit. Didn't cut all the way through. So I just figured instead of forums, I just make this video. I don't even know I'm going to post this video. But I'm going to go through this. I did clean up both ends, a little polishing there. Oh, and I saw this, and it looks like a piece broke off. But very poor material. It almost looks like it was hardened and chipped off, but you can see the outline. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. I will clean that up after, but I'm afraid as soon as I hit that, if you see the other side, you can see that break right around that. So that whole thing's going to come off. I don't know if a bigger chamfer on here is going to hurt. It just actually might help guide the air in more. Don't know. I'm just going to leave it for now, and then I'll mess with it later. So I just wanted to run this over with you guys. Come on, there we go. Try to get some good light. But there is a gap there. And what I'm going to say too is a little weird, but I would definitely find an O-ring that fits on here. I don't know if I can do this. Let me see if I can put you guys up for a second. I'm going to take this O-ring off and screw it onto the tube, and I want to show you something. Let me put the tube down. Hopefully it doesn't shut the phone off. Put this up here. Yeah. Sorry about that. Went for a little ride. We're all good. Now, let me get a toothpick. We'll just... Sorry, couldn't see. Lift and pop this off. And try making sure when you put this on, it doesn't twist. So just magnifying glass or whatever, just check, and you can slightly lift this up and get the twist out of the O-ring. You really don't want the twist in there. It's got enough issues. Don't want to give it any more. Okay, so this is what I'm going to show you, and I hope I can show you on the phone. As I stated, gap, threads. Now, hopefully I can show you this. All right, this is the end result, and this is where it's going to be once it's sealed up. Now, hopefully I can do this and you guys can see. Where are you? Okay. So you can actually see in between. I hope this is good enough of a view, but you can actually see a gap where air is exposed. If you do not have a seal in there, you're relying on the threads themselves to seal this up. You might be able to get away with it and have absolutely no problems, but I would recommend finding some sort of very good, thin, good fitting O-ring to go in here. I don't know. I don't even know if you guys can see this, but you can see daylight. Well, not daylight, but you can see a gap in between there. So you would be just relying on the threads for sealant to hold the compression in. So, okay, just wanted to show you guys that. I try to observe, and 10 years at a machine shop, it helps. So I don't know all about this. I think we can make it work. I'm not really too big of an issue, so I'm going to put the O-ring on. I'm going to goop it, put it together. I think I'll let it sit for 24 hours before I use it, and I'll just let it set up. Like I said, I literally need torches to get this off at work once this sets up. Whether it's an air fitting, hydraulic fitting, it's sealed. The damn thing is sealed. So if this doesn't increase the FPS, and I'm shooting 14 grains at a high of 670, I believe, for like 14 foot-pound of energy, I believe. So I don't have notes offhand, so I just got out of work and I just wanted to continue this project. And I haven't touched this gun in quite a few years, so I think at least a year and a half. I just put it aside. I had other projects, so I'm coming back to this. I will shoot this at 14 foot-pound of energy. This should have 16. I know other people who said they've had at least 16 out of this, so I need to find where the sealing problem is. If this doesn't work, I will just go back to, I do have a spring, the original spring for this, and I do have a ram kit for this, which I've had installed before. This is just very harsh, but you can see it is adjustable. But I found for accuracy, the spring is goddamn beautiful in this. Gas ram is good, but I really like this spring for just the smoothness. I got it pretty damn nice right now, and no twang, and it's just shooting beautiful. It's just shooting low FPS. So if I have to, I'm going to try everything. If this makes an improvement, great in power, but it might lack in accuracy. So we're going to just double check all that. Haven't done anything on this gun in a while, and I haven't even found anything. I just started looking again for this gun. Nobody's messing with it. No, I've seen no big improvements. I don't see anybody doing anything with this gun, which is a shame because it is a nice gun. It's just, this is the only gun I've ever gotten from Hatton that has not been true to the FPS. And I give them credit. Everything else I've loved, but this one is just, it seems like they're under levers. And I'm not trying to throw Hatton under the bus, but they're under levers. Just, no. And it's not just Hatton, Gammo too, for their under levers. Horrible. The best ones I found so far has been my Wyrock HW97 and my goddamn Deanna 54 and 48. Those are just great sealing guns. These have their perks too, but I don't know, that someone needs to design something similar. Not saying copy, but if you want a good design, look at what's working right now. Coming up with new stuff is nice, but failure is still failure, and this is just failure. Unless you're a sub 12 guy, then this gun would probably be up your alley with a little tuning. This thing shoots very smooth and very accurate, at least mine does, in 22. So, alright, I'm going to end this here. Wasn't planning on doing this anyways. As you can tell, I am no longer on YouTube. So, we had disagreement. I'm off of there. End of story. Not really doing so much too many YouTubes. So, or should I say videos. Alright, I'm out. I'll see if I can give a progress report on this thing. It's still a favorite gun of mine. That's why I've not gotten rid of it. And I know it has it in it to get 16 FPE. Yeah, 18 would be beautiful, but I'm not pushing it with this gun. And so, all right, end of the story. And I'm getting back to work and heading off.